Um, I am Dr. Victor Onoramowa, and sitting close to me is my brother.
Yeah, my name is Ndubisi Biose.
Yeah, incidentally, uh, we are from Asaba, precisely Omuago quarters in Asaba. It's important that we also note that today, being the 28th day,
29th.
29th day, sorry, of June 2024, something very remarkable, something profound, something that we can say it's you know very germane in the history of Asaba happened. You will recall that just some few months back we witnessed the demise of our revered king. Our revered king, his Royal Majesty, Obi Professor, Asaba Professor Joseph Chike Edozian. Then prior to that period, there was the period of his funeral obsequies, which incidentally ended yesterday, the 28th of June. So today it became very necessary for us to begin to look at, yes, who takes the throne, the next in the line. The 13th of Asaba of Asaba, late Professor Chike Edozian, the Lord bless his soul, is gone. And it becomes very necessary that we begin to look at the next man that will be on the throne. And that,
Yeah, like my elder brother Dr. Amowa uh, has already said, the demise of His Royal Majesty Asaba Professor Chike Dozie uh, left a huge vacuum. He left a huge vacuum in Asaba as it concerns who becomes the next Asaba of Asaba. And you agree with me that Asaba is a well-known town, a well-known city in Nigeria, globally, historically. You know, this is a town that the late Chino Achebe referred to in his book Chike and the River as Small Lagos. This is a book that was written even before the Civil War. This is the same town that was captured by Michael Crowder in West Africa under colonial rule. You know, so when we talk about Asaba, what happened today is a pointer to the fact that I think we are beginning to see that a shoe that will fit in into that of the late Professor Chike Dozie is beginning to emerge.
yeah, very, very profound. And it's important that we put this on record that, you know, like I always say, the late Professor Asaba Chike left a very big shoe. Yeah, he transcends all aspects of life. A renowned professor of no mean repute, in fact, the youngest, as it were, that in his calling, in his area of specialization, graduated from the University of Ibadan then, the first prof of neurosurgeon. So many of his first that when eventually we we have the news, the sadness of his demise, it became an issue. He has raised the bar. Before now, in the history of Asaba, we've had different the Asabas in the throne. But it is important that we know that the late Professor Joseph Chike Dozie raised the bar of the Asabaship. And because of that, I know it's going to be a Herculean tax to be able to get the best, somebody that fits in properly into that position. But gladly and very, very, interestingly, today we came to understand, or we came to see that yes, that Asaba is not in any way in lack of who is going to step into that shoe. And it is also important that we note and also put it here that the person is no other person who we have celebrated. A renowned Asaba technocrat, a renowned Asaba academic, a renowned Asaba civil servant with a different, who has transcended the length and breadth of the academic and the jurists. The person of His Excellency, yes, I can say that because he is also the one that is representing Africa and Nigeria in the Commonwealth Arbitral Court sitting in London. I am talking of no other person than Professor Epiphany Edosia, Professor Epiphany Azinge. Now,
he's just trying to enunciate. You see, Professor Chike Edozian he left a shoe that, you see, in academics they say sometimes it is accidental to go from points of higher concentration to lower concentration. It's always from a higher concentration to lower concentration. So we won't have somebody like Professor Chike Edozian as an immediate past Asaba the 13th, and when replacing him, we'll be looking for someone whom, when his name is mentioned, people will be asking you, who is that person? I give you an example. When the Warri, the Chekiris of Warri made a mistake by installing the wrong Olu, it didn't take time before they noticed, because you must notice at the anomalies. When they corrected it and brought in a Miko the third, the young man, as they know, for the first person he visited was the late Chike Edozian. And he said so many things about that man. He knew from his father that as a young prince growing up, he noticed that man coming to function seated with his father, with the aura, with the ambience of kingship. So that was, you see, going by all these antecedents, there is no way we will now start looking for a replacement for such a man. And we look beyond. You see, Asaba, we are endowed. You know, we are endowed when it comes to human capital. We are not saying that Professor Epiphany Azinge is the only qualified Asaba son. No, we are endowed. We have other persons. But we were saying, going by criteria, going by the ambience, going by class, going by what we are, what we know, going by who we are, it is just our humble opinion. It's just what we believe. For instance, what happened today? He declared today officially to vie for the position of Asaba chief. And I need not tell those who were present, those who followed online, what happened today. It was a roll call of who is who in Asaba. It was a meeting. It was a meeting of you could see acceptance. You could see subtle acceptance, because people who know the truth know that if there is any woman son that can fit into the gap, that space for Asaba vis-a-vis what Asaba is known for, it is no other person than Chief Professor Epiphany Azinge Okilulu Ahaba, San, OON, Officer, Order of the Niger.
Yeah, just to buttress what my young brother has mentioned, the number of personalities that came for just this. Let me also say that the process to the making of the Asaba has to start first from the village where he comes from. Today we had an epoch making event at Omodaike, which is one of the village in Womanta. It is also important for us to note that, it's Asaba kingship, as it were, it's rotational. So he has come to the turn of the Womantas, and incidentally, Epiphany Azinge is from Omodaike in Womanta. Today's first declaration was done in this village, and you can see from what happened, the acceptance, the crowd was organic. It was not a bye-bye. A lot of people came in their numbers, troops in their numbers, to stamp their feet and to also say that this is the right man for the throne. time will fail me to begin to enumerate the level. If you were there, he read out all that he has been able to do. But permit me also to add it up. Yeah, we never in the history, let me say it, of Asaba, have we witnessed somebody of that level in the jury, in the judiciary. Epiphany incidentally grew up as a young man. He has been a man of first every he attended St. Patrick's College, Asaba. Got to his higher levels HSC. He was the senior prefect. He made a remarkable his footprints. He put it on the sand of time there. Finished there with a very then I think when you have to have grade 1, you know. He further advanced and went to do his graduate school. Went to
London School of Economics.
London School. He graduated in the university. His first degree. He had as a first-class student. He has been a man of first in all of this in his school days. Went to had his master's degree and his PhD. When he finished his study, he advanced and went to because of his very remarkable and remarkable result. He was immediately admitted in the University of Benin to become a lecturer. He grew from the rank as a lecturer one, advanced to become a professor. Now let me also explain this. Within that period, a lot of things has happened, which he was able to make himself renowned to as many that knew him. Further to his career, he started when he got to the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Study, when he was the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Study, the fifth person that had that throne. Record has it that since then, every of the persons that have taken that position, they found the track record that he had to be difficult to beat. And again, he mentioned it clearly there that of all the persons, most times in the civil service, in the public service, most of them end up either being invited by EFCC or other, agencies that are looking for one thing or the other. But his case was different because he came out and was given an honor, which it's very difficult in this present time to understand. So it underscores the fact that he has really done so much, and his record is difficult to beat.
Now, still about the Sarge himself, Professor Epiphany Azinge. He made mention of being a senior prefect as a student of St. Patrick's College. That is one of the most influential secondary schools, pre-independence, when you talk about St. Patrick's College, you talk about King's College, you talk about, there are a few in that class. And you could see his leadership quality from that very, very young age. You could see it. And he didn't stop there. He goes to tell you his love for the town. After living there, amidst all his contacts, all his assignments, from being the lecturer, from being the Director General at Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, he still found out time to vie and became the President General as ADU, Asaba Progressive Union, worldwide, leading various sectors of that organization. Now, ADU is the umbrella body of every other organization. When you talk about ASDEF, you talk about Summit, they are all other organs under the ADU, because ADU is the chief umbrella body of the Asaba people. And this is something he has championed. And he now starts saying what this enigma has done for this town, using on personal note, on official, and as an ADU chieftain, because we might not live here. But I want you to know that traditionally, as one Daiko a community that has produced an Asaba before, he's well qualified. He knows the tradition. You needed to see when he was addressing the community, addressing the people. He knows his onions. He knows where he's coming from, and he's a man of class. Let me tell you about Professor Epiphany Azinge. If he knows that there's any iota of stain, anything does not know about Asaba that will make him or bring disrepute to his person, he will not throw in the towel. We are personally proud that Professor Epifania Zingbe is vying to become the next Asaba of Asaba, and we pray he gets to the throne. Thank you very much.
Let me also submit by saying this. Asaba, in this time, we are talking of needing a man that best fits the position. And to reiterate what he has said, we are not saying that we don't have. If there's anybody that has a track record as better than that of Atiya, let the person toss in. And we begin to compare notes. It's all about, particularly we're about giving the best. Because the way the Asaba is down, we need nobody but the best to be able to meet up with the huge challenges that we are lacking. And I want to thank you also for being here. And we know that the road to the throne is already going. And we'll be able to, by the grace of God, get the right man, who is no other person than Professor Epifania Zingbe, to take that throne. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.